All right, we are live. Apparently, I'm not 100% sure actually if we are live or not, but if we are, great. Welcome to my live stream. This is Budget Tech Reviews. We are going to talk about the CoolPad Canvas by Cricket Wireless. Ooh, I got a notification. So we'll see if I can get any people to join in live tonight. If not, then I'm probably just going to end the live stream. We'll see. I always say that, right? But I end up live streaming for like an hour anyways. All right, so let's get this going. My cat is bugging me, by the way. So if you guys see me, hello, I got one person viewing. What's up? How you doing? Yes, I think I got one person viewing. Yeah. What's up? How's it going? Join in the chat here, please. Please let me know that you are there so that we can continue the live stream. But for the most part, I will talk about the phone that I just got a few days ago from Best Buy, aka this is a Cricket Wireless phone that cost under $50, and it is a budget smartphone and runs off their 4G LTE network. Has a 5.5-inch touch display. Not something too fancy to look at, but for a $40 phone, it's really not too bad. But again, let's see if we can wait for maybe a couple more people to join. It is late. It is Monday night. So, apologies on starting the live stream so late. Check out my cat, by the way. He is huge. Say hello to Cheeto, by the way. He probably wants a snack or something. Let's try to get out of here, dude. I don't want you here. He's trying to put his butt in my face. He's mad. Go away. Shoo. Or go to sleep. Thank you. This cat is weird, by the way. He's an attention whore. He's just like any other cat. He likes to play, but he's gonna end up knocking over all the crap on my desk. Ay. All right, so again, at least I have one viewer watching. Let's see if my live stream is actually if there's anything wrong or if there's anything going wrong with it. Just to check it out. I can see here that I am live on my other computer here. Live on my other computer. Whoa. So there you go. Let me move that. So far so good. Let me type something out. That way I can see my chats. Here we go. All right. I want everything. I don't just want top chat. I want all messages to be viewed. Okay, there we go. I got 3 viewers, or 2 viewers technically, because I'm watching myself. But okay, never mind. Just 2 viewers. Okay, so that's all right. Back to 1 viewer. So again, this video is just a live impressions video of the CoolPad Canvas, guys. I've had, if you guys watched my unboxing video the other day, I did 2 unboxings, or 2. I did a live stream. One of them was an unboxing of the ZTE Grand X4 by Cricket Wireless, and the other one was this. I was really interested in this specific I was gonna say camera, this specific phone, because it was really a no-name brand, and I really wanted to see like what it could do and how it can perform, I guess. Again, it is a no-name CoolPad Canvas. I think there's maybe only a few other phones out there that have that are named after this. At least I don't know, in the States. I don't know if this is if this is an American. My dog and my cat are fighting. Okay, so again, I don't know if this is an American made device or whatever like that, but it's just an Android phone, guys. I don't know. Physical feature wise, it's not too bad though. I mean, it's kind of flat on top. I don't know how to explain that. Like, I guess I'm used to having phones that have like such a rounded edge now that you don't see a lot of phones that are just kind of like, I don't know how to say that, but it's not a bad thing. It feels good in the hand. Again, it's a 5.5-inch display. It's not something that you're gonna gawk at and be like, wow, that's your phone or whatever. This is your phone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I honestly thought the screen would look a lot worse than what it is. Let me see if I can get that going for you guys. Maybe, maybe not. If I turn it at an angle, it probably won't look as bad. There you go, right there. So as you can see there, like it doesn't look bad. I mean, for what it is, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really looked up the specs just yet. But I mean, for the most part, like I'm kind of scrolling through it right now. Screen resolution is 1028 by 720, so this is just a standard HD display, not even like full HD or anything like that. Or most newer like flagship devices are 2160p, or flagship devices. Get over here, come on. My dog keeps chasing my cat. Anyways. I got 3 viewers, guys. Somebody say hello so that I know what's going on. If you guys are watching, this is just the first impressions video of the CoolPad Canvas. Pretty nice little phone. I mean, for the most part, I mean, it's not a bad looking phone. I mean, I'm changing the background right now. So right now, it looks a little cool. I don't know. I've only downloaded a few apps, so like social media, like Facebook or Instagram, whatever. One thing that I really am not a fan of, hey, I gotta like, thanks. One thing that I'm really not a fan of is the capacitive buttons down here. I do not know why, but oh my god, my cat's starting to meow. Okay, so one thing that I don't like are the capacitive buttons. It's not that I don't like capacitive buttons. It's just that I don't see why phone companies or whatever still use them in 2018, I guess. I mean, for the most part, like they're not really necessary anymore, especially with the new integrations with Android. This phone shockingly has Android 7.1 out of the box. So let me go to Android here. Okay, never mind. Android 7.0 out of the box, which is not bad. I mean, for the most part, I'm really shocked that this has Android 7.0 Nougat in general. Obviously, like the newest version is going to be Android 9, which is Android Pie. Nougat, which is Android, which is basically last year's version. This year's was Oreos. Last year was Nougat, but for the most part, like I kind of have a what's up, Politech? I can't remember, but I think I've reviewed that phone before. Did you buy it? Yeah, I bought it from Best Buy, man. It was only about $45, and for the most part, it's really not that bad of a phone. As far as like in hand, I need to really download a few more apps. Finally, I got someone saying something. I do need to download a few more apps. I do need to kind of test how these things work or how the phone works with some app usage. But I'm going over capacitive buttons down here because, first of all, again, I'm not a fan of these. If you are going to put these on a smartphone, though, at least have them light up or something like that. You know what I mean? Like they're not lighting up. Like they're just regular capacitive buttons. So let me log into Facebook here. Logging into Facebook, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that. I feel like there you go. I'm going to go ahead and remember the password. Password remembered. Okay. But yeah, man, for the most part, it's not, so far, it's not too bad. I mean, I can't really complain for what it is, $45 smartphone. I mean, if you guys are not going to be, if you're just going to be texting and using this for maybe a little bit of light social media, it'll get the job done. Obviously, the camera is probably going to be the worst feature on this phone. First of all, the camera app just starts up super bad and horribly. Oh, man, and I'm just going to tell you right now that in low light, this thing is horrible. Like, yeah, I'm not even sure what's going on here. I'm going to turn off the flash, though. Whoa, hello. Whoa. Okay, I think the front-facing camera probably works a little better than the rear-facing camera when it comes to like lighting. Yeah, they should have had capacitive buttons light up. So yeah, I don't know if you watched my other videos, Paul, but I got another phone with this. It was the ZTE Grand X4. The ZTE Grand X4, the capacitive buttons do light up, so at least that makes it a little better. But I was saying a little earlier, like, why do phone companies still make capacitive buttons in general? Like, I can understand Apple with their their touch sensors, but now they're not even making phones. Give me a sec, guys. My dogs are barking. I have to go check that out really quick. Sorry about that. Okay, these dogs. I don't know what's going on with these dogs, but what's up, Paul? How's it going, man? I figured it was gonna be a slow night, tonight at least for me. I wasn't expecting a lot of people to join in on this live stream, but you never know. The longer they go, the longer more people join. I'm trying to find the specs on this phone because usually I can find specs on like phonearena.com, and I cannot even find this specific phone. So I'm actually gonna have to probably check out see Best Buy or Cricket's website, and I'm gonna have to probably read off the specs from there. I mean, I'm gonna end up having to download like what's that app, Geekbench or whatever, and I'm probably gonna download it right now as I speak just to kind of figure that out. But what's up, Paul? How's it going, man? Let's get involved in the chat. Geekbench 4. Thank God it's free on Android. I don't know why. It's free on Android, right? But on iOS they charge $1 for the regular version, and I think there's like a pro version for like $9.99, and I just don't know why. I mean, I get it, I guess. Man, 99 megabits download, that's crazy. Okay, so right now, again, this phone is $44.99 at Best Buy, and I have some good things and I have some bad things to say about it, but I guess I'll wait until the full review for this thing to actually give you my main thoughts on it or whatever. And I might end up using this as a giveaway phone, but just because it was so cheap. So if you're part of Cricket Wireless, and you want to win a phone or whatever, then this might be a good phone to have. I'm like moving stuff around, so and okay, I still got one person here. At least I got one person viewing here. I wonder what's going on. A slow night on YouTube, I guess. I've noticed that my video views the past couple of days have been kind of going down, so I don't know if that's just because my channel sucks now and people just aren't watching my videos, or because of YouTube's algorithms. You know what I mean? But again, Paul, I don't know if you're still there. If not, I might have one person watching, which is probably my mom in the other room. Mom, if you're watching, please say something. Okay, so I'm reading off the specs right now. It has a 5 megapixel front facing camera. It's got a quad core processor. I'm trying to get that word right. Processor. I don't know why I stutter when I say processor now. Even though that's how I say it. But again, guys, if you guys are here, please join in on the chat. We are talking about the CoolPad canvas by the brand is CoolPad. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. CoolPad. There you go. Autofocus, right? Oh, I love this webcam. It does a good job autofocusing. CoolPad canvas. And again, this is just a budget smartphone from Cricket Wireless. I've never heard of the brand ever. I'm about to install Geekbench just because I want to see what this phone is packing. It says it's model CoolPad CP3636A, Android 7.0. It's got an ARM Qualcomm processor. Let's see. It's got an Adreno 308, I guess, for the graphics. The PPI is only 160. Wow. So it's got a very bad pixel density on the phone, which to me, honestly, I guess my eyesight's just bad to the point where I can't tell anymore, especially on low budget phones. To me, this one doesn't look that bad though. I mean, for 160, I don't know if that's completely accurate or not. According to Geekbench, it is though. But again, who knows? Let's see. I'm still reading up on the features. It's got an 8 megapixel. It's got an 8 megapixel rear camera. So I'm gonna probably test out some video on that. I might post up a separate video just to see how this shoots. I'm pretty positive this only shoots in 1080p. Probably not though, or maybe if anything, probably 1080p, 30 frames per second. I don't think it'll do anything more than that. 16 gigs of internal memory, so probably you're gonna get 8 or 9 gigs after Android installation, right? According to this, it does have a micro SD card slot, so expandable storage, which I'm not gonna complain about. Looks like it has an FM radio app. I don't know who would use an FM radio app on phones nowadays, but who cares? That's good. Google Play, which is obviously a must-have if you are an Android user. Let's see. Listen to your favorite tunes, MP3 files on your phone, store and play. Okay, that's a given. Activation required before use. Carrier activation fees may apply. That is totally not true, by the way. I have been using this phone and it's not activated, so that's a lie. The other one that I bought, which was the ZT Grand X4, also I was able to get into it without ever having to activate it. So obviously, yeah, you have to activate it to use the service, but you do not have to activate. Let me see if I can get that. You do not have to activate this. I like how I totally darkened up when I put this on this on the actual screen. That's pretty cool. So you do not have to. Whoa, that's super weird, by the way. You do not have to activate this phone in order to use it, though. Okay, if you guys really want to get like a cheap MP3 player or something like that, that you can walk around with and not be afraid to lose, put all your music on something like this, a $40 smartphone will get the job done. Okay. And again, the screen reactiveness is really good. I thought it would be a bit more laggy and stuttery, I guess. For it running like, there we go, for it running like Android 7.0 and whatnot, but it's actually not that bad. I mean, for the most part, at least. I mean, it's very smooth. It's not as laggy as I thought it would be. Okay, so let's go. Let me click continue reading the full specifications here really quick. And again, I still only have one viewer. I don't know who's watching me. No one ever comments. Paul, if that's you, please say something because I feel bad like for no one's responding. If anything, I might delete this video. Yeah, who knows? All right, sorry, I was responding to a friend there. I'm going to go ahead and run a benchmark test, though. See how long that takes. Running Geek Bench. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and read out the specifications for you just for the heck of it. So it says maximum usage time only 3 hours. So that tells me that the battery on this is probably not going to be that good, especially if it only gives you 3 hours of Android time. Has 2G, 3G, 4G, and 4G LTE. Okay, so again, this is running on Cricket Wireless or AT&T's network. Depending on where you live, obviously, it's not going to be the same everywhere. You might only have 4G, you might only have LTE, you might only have 3G. Okay, in my experience, I haven't had AT&T ever as a carrier, but I've had T-Mobile, and T-Mobile's 3G was a lot better than like other carriers 4G or 4G LTE. So there's that. It has a 1.4 gigahertz quad core processor. I want to say it's probably clocked at it's clocked at 1.4, but it's only got 2 gigs of RAM. There you go. Which for the most part, I think that's pretty solid for a budget smartphone. I mean, nowadays you see a lot of more mid-range devices having at least 4 gigs of RAM. But whatever. It just says processor brand is the Qualcomm Snapdragon, so I don't exactly have the specific model of Qualcomm here. Right here, it'll tell me once I finish running the Geekbench, which again you guys can see here. You can see me in the background. That's so creepy. But for the most part, it's not a bad phone. I mean, I'm not bashing it too hard. I really need to like do things on it, like get on YouTube or whatever and see how it reacts, moving from app to app and stuff like that. I haven't done a lot with it yet because I've had to work the past couple of days. So there's that. Man, it's 11:30 and I got no one. Well, while you guys are waiting, I'm going to see if my dogs want to come back in. Give me 1 second. By the way, here's the box. This is the box that it comes in, by the way. All right, I got another viewer. What's up? All right, so if you're just joining in, we are talking about the CoolPad Canvas, which is a smartphone off of Cricket Wireless that I purchased. Right now, I am running Nice. I got a second like. So right now I am running a Geekbench CPU, which is, I don't even know what's going on. That's so weird. You can't see the little line. I don't know if that's my camera or what, but anyway. Right now it's about halfway through the benchmark. So I'm gonna let that run. So if you guys have any questions or if you guys want to chit chat while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and join in on the chat here. It's just me, Mike from Budget Tech Reviews here. It's Monday. I have to work tomorrow. In Texas, a cold front just came in today, so it's been a little cold, and it's probably only like in the 60s, but 60 degrees is freezing for us because we're used to like 90 to 95 to 100 degree temperatures pretty much year round. And I really hate when people say that they complain about heat when they live like in northern states, when it's like, oh, it's 85 degrees, it's so hot. It's like 85 degrees is beautiful weather. Like, I don't know what they're complaining about. I guess you can, it depending on where you live, heat indexes are a lot different. But Texas weather is just horrible. It's humid, it's sticky. When it's hot, it's you sweat when you go outside. Like, it's not just hot. Like, I've been to Nevada or Vegas or whatever, and I went out there during the early spring or summer when it was like maybe in the 90s, and it was hot, but it wasn't the type of hot that it was in Texas. And over there, it's like dry heat. In Texas, it's like you get dry heat with humidity, and it's just it's real nasty. But whoever's there, please join in on the chat. Please say something. Type something out. If not, I'm going to, because I'm getting bored here talking to myself. Guys, hello, say something. Don't be a lurker. Please say something. Let's get the chat going. I'm gonna put that right there. But going back to the phone specifications on this specific phone, so it's 5.5 inch display, 720 display. So you're not gonna get you're not gonna be able to watch YouTube videos in 4K, or you're not gonna be able to play games with like super high end resolution. Again, 2 gigs of RAM. It has a 5 megapixel front facing camera, which the front facing camera to me seems like it has a better sensor than the rear facing camera when it comes to low light. Again, it's a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. I can never say it right. Internet connectable, yes. Again, the series is called CoolPad Canvas 4G LTE. And again, guys, it's not the prettiest looking phone. This material back here, it's just a solid, like, I don't know if you can hear that. It's not a plastic material that's going to get like fingerprints or anything like that on it. It's just kind of a grippy material. Ones that you would see probably like on other budget smartphones. I keep smacking my microphone here. But for the most part, it's really not bad at all. Like, I mean, again, and it looks like we have a speaker grill back here also, so that tells me right away that that's going to go to the back of the phone. So, and just so you guys know, this phone does have a light, like kind of like a notification light up here. So like when you receive messages or emails or something like that, it actually like blinks green, which I think is really cool. I have always been a fan of phones that have notification lights not that change colors. So back then when I owned like the Nexus 4 and 5, on the bottom of the screen, you actually like right where this capacitive button is, back then when bezels were still a thing, right? The Nexus didn't have any buttons right there, but it did have a light right there on the bottom. And when you would get notifications like from Snapchat or from like Facebook or whatever, or Twitter, it would actually blink a different color, and it would blink like that color from the app. So if it was like Twitter, it would be like a teal. If it was Facebook, it would be like that, Facebook color blue right there. Or if it was like Snapchat or something else, it would actually turn the color of notification that you would see it. So I thought that was really cool, because All right, so the benchmark is done, guys. Let's see where it's at so far. Again, I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. So again, it's scored in multi-core score of 1839 and the single core score of 664. So not great at all, actually. And it'll tell you where it benchmarks. So the processor is an ARM Qualcomm. It just says one processor, 4 cores, ARM implementer 65. I don't know. It just gives me a bunch of specs on it, but it doesn't give me like a lot. It doesn't give me the exact name. So I'm just gonna call it the ARM Qualcomm. I know there's a specific number that has to go with it, but it's whatever, I guess. Let's see. Let's go to single core score and let's see where it ranks up against. So single core score, it's ranking a 668. On the very top, you have a Galaxy Note 8 at 1960. The Samsung Galaxy 8 is ranking at 1956. Phones like the Google Pixel 2 are ranking the 1800s, etc., like that. So you can see where like this phone ranks up against other phones. Let's see if I can get that. There you go. Hold on, let me see. Let me see that. I know it looks really bad and grainy, guys, but okay, let's see. So, oh look, I got 3 viewers now. Wow. Okay, guys. So right now I'm just finished doing a benchmark score on this phone. Again, this phone, it's pretty much crap compared to like even the Nexus 5, the original Nexus 5, which had a Snapdragon 800. Scored an 859 on the single core score. So you can tell that this one is not going to be even close to that. That's still 200 off, and this phone is like 5 years newer than the Nexus 5. So that just tells you that it's in the lower tier when it comes to Android devices. Okay. Multi-core score, it scored an 1800, which is, it's not horrible, I guess, but it's not great either. Again, the Nexus 5 scores a 1700. Again, that was a quad-core Snapdragon CPU also. The 5X scores of 2162, which if you guys are familiar with the Nexus 5X, again, you guys can't see it. I don't know. But anyways, the LG G3 2200. So again, it's comparing it to like older devices. Even the Samsung Galaxy S5, which had a Snapdragon 801, the OnePlus One 801, the Motorola Nexus 6 had a Snapdragon 805. So it just shows you that like these new Android phones had a lot of those older flagship devices had a lot of processing power. Even back then, like, and they were impressive for what they were. But right now you see newer phones rank in the 6,000. So this phone is in the 1600s. Newer phones are like already in the 6,000s, especially when it comes to flagship multi-core score, multi-core score when it comes to the processor. Okay, so again, guys, it's not a horrible score, but again, I didn't expect it to do that well. Let's go to compute score. It says let's run a compute benchmark. A compute benchmark has to do with the graphics and the GPU and all that. So let's try that right now. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, we just ran a benchmark on the CoolPad Canvas by Cricket Wireless. This is a $44 phone that you can buy from Best Buy, and you can probably buy it from a Cricket Wireless retailer also. But for the most part, it's going to be a entry-level phone for people that don't really care don't really care to have a good phone. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Dave P115? Finally, I get someone in the chat going. How's it going, man? So we're chit-chatting here. So go ahead and if you have any questions or if you want to chit-chat about something, man, I'm down to talk about whatever. I've been having people jump in and out of this chat. How does the phone smell? I mean, it smells new. It smells very plasticky also. So by the way, it smells, I don't know, like a phone. I don't know. I've never smelled the phone before, but it smells like plastic and probably things that I shouldn't be breathing in, especially. How you doing tonight, Dave? But for the most part, we are running benchmark scores, Dave. Not stuff that's like super interesting, but let's get into the chat. If you guys are into budget phones, let me know. If you guys are, semi-interested in this phone, maybe what you guys want to see in the review, because I do plan to review it probably by the end of the week. And I want to get that going. I'm going to probably test out the camera, Cool thing about it is it does have a millimeter or 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on top. So if you guys are into phones that still have the headphone jack, boom, there you go, and it's on top. I'm not a fan of phones that have it on the bottom for whatever reason. And if you guys look at the bottom of the phone, you'll notice that the micro USB charging port it's over here. Usually it's in the middle. So I don't know why it's over here on the left, which I guess I don't have too big of a problem with, but that's just weird. Like most phone manufacturers put it over here in the middle. I remember when phone manufacturers used to put like the charging port on the side, actually, and that was a pain in the ass. Okay, so you're saying last time you got a phone, it smelled like your dad's. I don't know what your dad's phone smelled like to begin with, Dave, but that's weird, okay? But again, we just finished running the compute score, and the render script score scored a 1395. Let me see if I can get that on that for you guys. 1395. I don't know if that's good or bad. Let's see if we can compare it. What is the Nexus 9? I guess they're comparing it to like either tablets or whatever. Most of the higher end devices are scoring in the 3000s, but I guess one phone that I can compare or tablet I can compare this to is the Samsung Galaxy S5. Your dad's hand stinks. Okay, so your phone smells like your dad's hand, but your dad's hand stinks. So okay. That's just weird. So again, the compute score, again, I guess it just renders how good your phone actually can process certain things, right? So there's that. Battery, it says it's at level 75%. It's discharging right now. So I've had this phone on standby for a while now. So, for the most part, I like the notifications. That looks so weird, by the way. This looks super weird. It looks like, I guess because it's backwards to me. Notifications, though. Notifications aren't bad, though, for the most part. And it's snappy. It's not as slow as I thought it would be. For whatever reason, though, I don't know why. If you hold the phone a certain way, it'll do this. It'll do that where it'll like ask you if you want to add widgets or go to settings or change your wallpaper. I don't know if that's just me or what. But anyway, if you were here earlier, we were talking about capacitive buttons with Paul Tech, and capacitive buttons does not light up. I hate that it has a back button, though. I'm not a fan of back button capacitive buttons, and the fact is that it's on this side instead of this side. I'm a left-handed person, so I don't like the fact that I don't have the capability to rearrange these if I wanted to. Dave P says, I'm sorry, I'm so weird. I'm going to leave now because my brother won't stop telling me to play Minecraft with him, so have a nice night. All right, man. Dave P 115, we will see you later, okay? Again, this is just the first impressions video, so, don't take that with a grain of salt. That's fine. I'm going to log into YouTube now. Let's see if I can see my own live chat. Open the world of music. They're pushing. I hate that YouTube pushes like YouTube Music and YouTube Premium now. Like, what happened to services being free? Like if Google doesn't make enough money with AdSense, right? Let's see. All right, so let's skip this ad. All right, so I'm watching myself. I'm watching myself. This is so weird, guys, by the way. Okay, hold on, let me turn that off. No thanks. Whoa. So it's not horrible. Okay, I'm going to exit out of that. I'm going to have to really look at YouTube and how, again, I'm going to probably download a few other apps like gaming, etc. like that, guys. But Anyways, I guess the chat kind of died tonight. It's late. It's Monday night, so I'm not surprised that there's no one on tonight, or maybe there's other live. There's probably other live streams going on, which is completely fine. Just trying to get some sort of reaction here, I guess. But anyways, if you guys are just joining in, say hi. It says I have 2 viewers, but the chat has been dead tonight. Let me click this. Let me see what's going on. Hello. I'm gonna type in here myself, guys. All right, so let's see. I'm my own viewer, just so you know. I'm trying to get my views up, guys. Come on. All right, we got 4 viewers now, according to this. Hello. If you guys are just tuning in, we are talking about the CoolPad Canvas phone, which is a $44 prepaid device by Cricket Wireless. Okay. So if you have any questions on the phone, we've been kind of testing it out. Been kind of using it. All right, quad core, yes. But yeah, we are just a late night chat, guys, and it's also a late night Q&A. So if you guys have questions, let's chat. Come on, guys. Has a flashlight enabled on the phone, so you can see that. I like how it's kind of basically running stock Android. This thing doesn't really have a skin on it either. Let me see if I can take this off. I'm not a fan of the Google search bar being on the top. Like, I don't like that they add that feature. Let me see if I can remove it. I guess it's not removable. Or at least I don't think. Let's try. But no, I'm not getting anything. I don't no clue what just happened. But let's see. Let me get on Instagram here. See, it takes a nano SIM card. So just if you guys are wondering, I guess most phones take nano SIMs now. So if you guys are not into phones that have nano SIM cards, then we might want to change that. Whoa, someone liked a bunch of my pictures on Instagram. So happy about that. But I'm testing apps right now just to kind of see how this phone reacts, and so far not too bad. I mean, it's not too stuttery. It's not. The screen actually is a lot more better than I thought it would be. Again, it's only got 161 ppi according to Geekbench. So again, it's really not that bad, guys. But again, it's really up to the person that's looking at it, I guess. Like, it's not going to be like something like the iPhone 10, where it's like, hardcore, OLED display and a lot better looking than this, right? But again, side by side, if I were to put them next to each other, obviously this phone is $1,000 phone, or actually not $1,000, more like $800 phone now, and $44 phone. And for the most part, you can tell the difference. But if I were not, blind as I am, I probably wouldn't be able to tell, I guess. But okay, guys, I think I'm going to end the live stream now. I've been on for about 38 minutes. I haven't really had anyone come in and interact with me tonight. So for those who have been watching, thank you guys so much. This was just the first impressions video of the phone. So far, I'm not super disappointed in this phone. So again, if you guys watch this later on after I do the live stream, go ahead and give a comment if you actually watch this far. And just if there's something you want to specifically see in the review, go ahead and make mention of it, and I'll put that into consideration when I work on the review for this phone. So again, guys, this is Mike from Budget Tech Review signing off. We will see you guys next time. Hope you all have a good week. Happy October. Okay.